First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, ready? Get it? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19. Chap 60, Chap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They go play action here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And now an audible here into something else.
Check smash, check smash.
Mitchell now from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down as he'll wind up being touchdown.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Hey, check that, street, street. Go street.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
19, Charger, 19, 19. Cup 19, Cup 19, 70. Street,
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Left thing, 19.
From the gun on third down. Mitchell. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Come on. 60 back. 70, 19, trap 50, trap 60. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Eagles. Trigger 19. Tag. Go.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Ready.
2nd and 10.
18 Cardinals. Viking 8. Ready. Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Check. 19 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
19, Tiger, 19.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
To throw is Mitchell. Off play action. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good.
in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
19 tight. Here we go. Here we go. 79 Broncos. Set. Hurt. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Second and 13. Over the middle, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
8 yards in.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
19-18.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Here we go. Set.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready. Cowboy Eagles. Go street. Hurt. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready, ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Falcons are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. their best move, with how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 25 yards that time.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Ready, break. 70, Timberwolves. Connect. Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
They'll drop to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Ready.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. B.J. Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man is Hill. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in 2nd place. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because Every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Down. 60 by 6. 19 tight. 19 tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Bronco 80, Viking 18, Buffalo 18. Let's go now. Bronco 80, 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead.
Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive,
inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 65 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Lions 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, Cowboys, 7 Pirates.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Panthers 60, Panthers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
open net is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The extra
effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Ready,
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
60 back.
On the toss, here's Robinson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decided to run a toss. Big people up front being...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Falcons 28, Lions 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Off play action. Mitchell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Mitchell. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
Off play action. Mitchell. And he is caught by Laporta. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. 19. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Off the play fake. Mitchell. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now they're audible to something else.
70 Ravens. 60 Mavericks. 60 Hawks. 7 Pirates. Dragons 60. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. Ready.
Now Mitchell off the play fake. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Falcons 28, Lions 21.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Set, Mustang 19. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Buffalo 18.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Lions 21.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. 19. Start. Alert, push. Go streak. Rig alert. Rig. Hurt. Check smash.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
6 Warriors 70.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Short throw caught by Pitts. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Ready,
They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
On the ready. Cowboy 80. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back at the 41-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60. Mustang 19.
Mitchell, off play action. To the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
60. 18. 19 tight. 19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to the Porter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Back to throw. Mitchell. And it's caught. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line.
Gibbs is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man, and he hits him in stride.
A gain of 10 yards.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
The kicker on.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Falcons 42, Lions 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A gain of 19
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mitchell. This pass down the field for Gibbs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
65, 70 Lions.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
19 Lions. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of of 30 big ones.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Viking, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Second and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run, and he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Mitchell from the gun on 3rd down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That one too wide and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Back to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Okay, ready?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
19, ready? Cut my team. Hot 70, hot 60, trap 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Now they'll change things up.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Detroit.
19 light, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19, 19, 40, 70. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Mitchell. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
18, 7, 6, Mustang 19, 70 Rangers, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Mitchell. He's got it complete to Gibbs. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Hawk 70, Hawk 50, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 1979 Broncos. Go!
Back to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Let's go now. 6, 10, 80.
In motion, Hill.
Warriors 70, 7 Pirates, 7, 18, Pioneer.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And pass caught. It's Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down goal.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. No. Ready,
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Intended for Jahmyr Gibbs. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the check.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
19 seconds.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal?
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Look at that team.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown.
You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
First down.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
That's another Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 13 yards.
To throw is Thomas.
He's airing it out for Williams. That is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bigger end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther Street, Mustang 19. Ready?
Now Thomas. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
A 3-yard pickup.
And that will bring up second down.
Second and 7 at the 15-yard line.
18, 70 Timberwolves.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy